Hello, my name is Kerry Holderness. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this will help you understand both the Quill Lakes flood and the urgency there is to do something about it. So far, 56,000 acres of Crown land and another 40,000 acres of private farmland have been flooded. The cost to the economy is estimated to be in the hundreds of millions of dollars, and it is likely not over. We have 100-year-old farmsteads flooded, some 1.5 kilometers into the middle of the lake. We have lost millions in municipal infrastructure. Our provincial highways have been repaired and upgraded as the flood progressed, escalating in costs each time. They are further threatened with each rise in water. And even this major rail line is threatened by what used to be a dry creek. Flood mitigation means managing extreme water events to minimize damage. The mitigation studies have been done. On page 5 of the Golder Report, it states that this wet cycle could last up to 25 more years. This is very important to remember. I will show you what this means as we go on to the next few slides. This blue line shows our flood history since 2003, just before the wet cycle started, and right up to today. This is a fact, not a projection. The water has risen at unprecedented rates. The red line shows the trend. Remember, we may not even be to the halfway point of this wet cycle. Using the same graph, this shows that individual years we had a meter or more rise in the past 13 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see the trend? By the way, the red arrow shows we've hit record water levels in every year since 2010, when the Quill Lakes passed its 1914 record level. I would say that the last 8 consecutive years is another concerning trend. Some people are saying we have had a dry summer and fall. Is this flood over? For every extreme rise in water we have had since this flood began, it was preceded by a warm, dry summer and fall, just like we are having right now in 2017. Note, these yellow boxes combined show an almost 3-meter rise in just 2 years. If it's happened before, it can happen again. If these trends continue, we may be only one major event from having the Quill Lakes overflow. Overflow is here. Maximum overflow is here. Maximum means the Quill Lakes will finally stop rising. This is because as fast as water flows into the quills, it will be leaving the quills at the same rate. You remember this picture from earlier on? See the lake expanding southwest towards Last Mountain Lake? When overflow occurs, this is the route it will take. This is how far the lakes have expanded to in the spring of 2017. The next half-meter rise will take it to overflow. The lower 2 arrows follow Saline Creek to the north end of Last Mountain Lake on its way to the Qu'Appelle River. We talked about the potential of 10 to 25 years more in this wet cycle. The lakes have risen 7 meters in 13 years, with less than a meter to go to overflow. There are major, record-setting rain events happening all over the world. Local governments are developing mitigation measures to prepare for future floods, to minimize the damages before the next event. They are adapting to the times we live in. Would you like to get prepared now? I ask everyone, when you look at the rapid rise of the Quill Lake flood, do we make the choice to attempt to protect ourselves? My question to you is, what could happen if we don't? The biggest mistake we can make is do nothing. The Quill Lakes watershed is working on a plan to prevent or at least minimize further flooding damages from the Quill Lakes flood for all stakeholders, both in and around the Quills and for the people downstream as well. It takes time to build protective controls. We can't start when the floodwaters are on their way. That will be too late. Watch for more videos like this in the near future. If you found this video helpful, like and share with your friends. Thank you for watching.